It's already been a crazy morning. I mean, before let me turn it down. Before I was getting things set up, and then everything was already I was freezing up. The show wasn't even on.
No way.
Yeah, it was freezing up. So the best way to fix that is sometimes you got to restart your computer because you don't know what's playing in the background.
No, that's what I do. I always shut all my stuff down every morning, every day.
Yeah,
I reboot it.
Up, so best way to fix that is oh, wow. That is a bad. I do hear. Let me see.
Oh no, don't worry. I had another TV just pop on. Sometimes when you pop on, it turns on.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
That's awesome. So it's a little bit of a late start, but it doesn't matter. But today's kind of an awesome kind of a show because we're going to be talking about. I know the title is the controversial art of backmasking, but for people who don't know what backmasking really means, is in simple terms, is just playing a record backwards, the hidden messages in the record. So that's what backmasking is.
Backmasking.
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to see that word and they don't know, like, what the hell is backmasking? It's basically records playing backwards with hidden messages. And there's tons of them. I mean, there's tons,
Oh, God, dude.
I got like cool videos. Like you sent me a cool little 3-minute video to play. And I actually got a whole web page play. And if you notice in the email, I put what seconds to start because some of these backwards on some of these videos plays the regular forward. And on YouTube, you can't really play other people's music in a way without getting a copyright. Not necessarily a copyright strike, but more of a monetization copyright. But if you're playing multiple music, who knows if that'll qualify for a strike. So that's why you saw that email from me with start the video at 18 seconds, start it at 37 seconds. It's just so, because most of these songs
are backwards.
Most of these songs that we know that are backwards, people are going to understand anyway because they're old. Most of the people are older like us. I'm not calling people like old, but we're a little older. So, a lot of young people don't even know what a record player even is anymore.
Yeah. Well, now they've got digital, so they're playing them backwards with a computer. I mean, they don't just play the record backwards like we didn't have. There's nothing complicated. You just go over to the record machine and you're just like, I'm gonna play it backwards. Oh shit! I hear the devil in this thing. The devil's talking to me. I think I need to go out and kill the neighbors. Oh shit!
But I think
pillage and rape.
But I think there is I mean, we'll get into it. We're gonna get into it because I think there is a generation gap where musicians during a certain part of time, 60s, 70s, 80s, some in the 90s, really experiment with music, doing things backwards, doing messages on purpose. Most things that most things that are published now are already kind of pre-published. They're not experimental anymore. They're not taking chances anymore because, nowadays, if you think about a band of musicians, if you think about bands from the 70s, 60s, and 80s, they had an opportunity to create their craft. They had opportunities to, maybe their biggest album didn't come until the third or fourth album. I mean, there's been a lot of bands like that. We live in an era now that every band that comes out has to have a hit song or you're out.
Yeah.
They don't have a breather chance to get their craft worked on. Because by the time they get to work on it, they're already out the window.
Well, they got smart. They used to have talent scouts. I remember everybody looking for even in football, talent scout. They don't have talent scouts. They just make them in the studio. I mean, look at every Asian band out there. Look at all the Chinese and the Korean bands and the Japanese band. They're just made. Their studio. They put an article out in the paper or whatever on the internet. Hey, come on down. We want boy band singers, and they just look at them and say, okay, you and you and you sing. Good, we got you. You guys are in. You guys are ugly. You're out. We want androgynous looking males. There we go. That's all it is now. Same in America, same all over the globe, back of the fucking turtle, you want to call it. We want androgynous females and androgynous males. Wear nice clothes. We're going to do product placements. It's like, and then they already have the studio, Eric. You don't talk about, they already have the studios already made the music for them. Mm-hmm. Dance.
I'm trying to think of what country it is. Is it
Germany?
No.
Uganda?
What?
Yugoslavia?
In Korean? Was it Korean? Hold on. Korean?
Blackwater, USA? Back Hills?
There's a okay, here it is. I don't know if you heard this. Actually, it's kind of cool that we're talking about this. There's some countries like South Korea. Apparently, that everybody in South Korea at the age of 18 has to serve 2 years in the military.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not opposed to that. To do that anywhere, really. I mean, I don't think. I think
most countries, a lot of countries
would do a lot of young people good for just 2 years. But why I'm bringing this up? Let me share this screen. It's kind of interesting. I guess you could say maybe this is like what the fuck news in a way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard this. Okay. So why male K-pop idols have to swap their careers for the military?
Ooh.
In South Korea, all military-age males are required to serve, meaning K-pop idols sometimes have to put their career on hiatus for up to 2 years.
Hiatus.
Okay, so for 2 years, okay? It's mandatory. A mandatory enlistment coordinated the country's military manpower. It is a sensitive subject in South Korea. Article 39, blah, 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 have the duty national. While women can voluntarily join the military, men are required to serve and become eligible from the age 18. Those assigned active duty will serve around 2 years, depending on their assigned branch. Now, there's a band.
Oh God!
I was trying to say, is it? If you're a fan of Key in Genwood, there's a huge band that is a huge. I mean, it's just fucking huge over there, and the lead. There's like 15 people in this band, but because of the lead singer is like handsome, I guess, and he's so popular, he does not have to join the military at this point.
Oh, like Elvis. Well, Elvis was military.
Like Elvis, exactly. Like Elvis.
Special privilege.
K-pop, Eric. Yeah, K-pop. There it is. K-pop.
Who knows that name? AJ, what's up?
K-pop.
Nothing personal, man.
No. This is awesome. So this singer, don't have to go in the military. It's the first time they have really done this. Which idols have already enlisted? Like K-pop idols discharged from service and returned to make music with the group. There's been a lot of service that has gone out and joined back, but this guy they don't want him in because he makes this country too much money. So what this tells me is money and power that brings money in still has power over your regular rules. Where I'm talking about like us, we have to follow the rules, right? But if we were rich and powerful, we could get away with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about it. Biden got out of the service. Trump got out of the war. Clinton was a roving student or whatever in Oxford. He got out. Every one of them cocksuckers got out of the fucking military. We're going to vote them into office. Not one of them. Commanders in chief, my ass. They had never served a day in their life. The overseas, like you said, I remember. Voynich was talking about. He did his time, I guess, in the Dutch military. I know a lot of people in the other European nations. They have to do like a year to 2 year service. England, they don't have to. America, they don't have to. Canada, they don't have to. So, but yeah, these cocksuckers have to do a 2 year stint in the military.
Yeah, those exempt. Yeah. This kid, the lead singer got exempt from having to go in. Now, of course, once the band gets unpopular, until the age of 28, they can still bring them in.
Oh yeah.
Paul, I know a lot of people that couldn't join because of asthma. Our cousin Daryl,
Couldn't get in
because he had bad asthma, and he didn't really know he actually had bad asthma until the basic training was in part of the United States where if you have asthma, it really kicks in. So basically, if he would have went through boot camp like in San Diego, he might have been able to slip through. But because I think his boot camp was in Alabama, where the climate is a lot more muddier,
allergic to everything.
Yeah, so it's interesting that I heard this story today, and it's just interesting because it doesn't matter what country you're in, money and power will get you out of things. It's just.
And since Donald Trump didn't go to the Vietnam War, they took his ass out. All the presidents walked their ass now, except for who I was named after. Theodore Roosevelt served his country. Not very many.
The famous one that got out was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton got out of it.
He had somebody wrote in for him. Now George Bush actually went in. Now it wasn't.
No, he was in, but it was like air national.
Yeah. But he knew. Yeah, he was an officer in the reserves as a pilot.
Yeah.
But he still got in. I mean,
they even checked his records, and the fucker never even showed up for any of this shit. They had to forge his shit.
He's a lot like Elvis, where Elvis went in, but Elvis was put not in harm's way.
No, hell no. He was part of the. I know the Navy has them, and all the branches have I don't even know what they're called. They're like an instrument corps, where they play instruments. They actually that's what they do for the military is they perform, play brass bands, guitarists, drummers. I knew a guy that was in Vietnam that went in to play a saxophone, and he was playing a saxophone, and then he got in trouble. Then he kicked his ass. He kicked his ass out to the fucking front line.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Tom wrote, "Who thinks that Elvis Presley actually served and reached the rank of a sergeant? I highly doubt it." I mean, he was actually in Germany, but he was playing for the officers and houses. He wasn't like in front lines, so he had a pretty good. But Tom Murr thinks that I believe every young man should do a minimum 2 years of service.
I think so too. When I become king, it's mandatory.
I think too. I mean, not because we went in, but I think especially nowadays it does some good, and with that 2 years, I think that when they get out, their college and all that should be paid for.
Yeah. Not to sound Nazi, not to sound like Roman-esque. I'm just thinking that everybody that has the ability to do it's going to do a 2-year service, even if you're not able to get into the active core of whatever it is. You could still participate in some sort of program where you're still giving yourself to your countries or whatever. Yeah, everybody, even ex-prisoners. I'm going to eliminate prisons and say, instead of a sentence of this and that, unless it's really bad, your ass is going into like a 20-year stint in the military instead of sitting your ass in a cell and me paying for it. You're going to go into a special corps of your type of people. Boom. Yeah. Prison corps.
I mean, there's been some other artists that been in. Johnny Cash went in. Johnny Cash wasn't Johnny Cash yet, but it was Johnny Cash went in because remember he grew up on a poor farm, with farmers that had no money. So like we were saying in other shows that a lot of these people don't have a choice.
I left town. I wanted to leave town. We had a small town, dude. I was like, I'm gone. Adventure time, Viking blood, adventure time. I'm gonna go see the goddamn world, kill someone. I'm playing now. It's a joke. but I wanted to go have some adventure. Saving lives, spreading freedom. But remember, I fought for the 52 states, 13 colonies with the red stripe underneath. Different fucking timeline. Sagittarius arm. I don't know about these Orion people with their backward flags, upside down Medal of Honors. Looks like the pentagram, like the devil's face. Like, what the fuck? Hey, this place, it's upside down.
Well, the whole world,
The hell, where the flag's upside down and backwards.
the whole world is basically, upside down. If you really think about it,
Yeah.
the whole world. So it's crazy. But like I said, the only reason I brought up that article is just because it's kind of interesting that no matter what country you're in, even though how hardcore they are about their militaries and stuff, but if you got money and power, you could get out.
Out. Yeah.
Being an actor is a disease. Nowadays, they bought it from mainstream cinema and TV to everyday YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all the rest.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go and say that. I'm not saying I disagree. I'm not. It's a great upside down. I don't want to say I disagree that every actor and actresses and stuff are diseases or shells or upside downs because it doesn't matter what format that you're on. You got these kind of people everywhere. You got them on radio. You got them on YouTube. You got them on Instagram. You got them on Facebook. It's just not all actors and stuff. Sometimes I get a little tired when I keep hearing everything out of Hollywood's all this. No, not everything. There is a percentage, but people want to forget that Facebook is all safe. Nobody's off the limits to be shells and stuff. And that's just not true. There's fakes in every format in this whole world. So we shouldn't just key on musicians or Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. But Bob, you're talking about earlier about musicians, about used to have scouts. That is because last night I was bored and I watched The Dirt again on Netflix.
Oh.
And I love The Dirt. I love the Motley Crue movie on Netflix.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, The Dirt is a fucking awesome movie. It's an awesome Motley Crue movie. It really is. It's only an hour and a half.
Vince Neil killed somebody, right?
What's that?
Didn't Vince Neil run somebody over drunk?
Yeah, they did that in the movie too. They didn't hide shit. Dude.
Should be in jail.
Did not hide nothing. I mean, they had guy playing Ozzy urinate on the ground at a pool and start licking up the pee. They didn't cut it all out. They really put this stuff in the movie where, this shit really happens. But during when they're playing the Sunstrip, and like you said, there was a guy looking for talent. There was an agent going in there and say, "Hey, I like your stuff." Had people go out that look for these talents that go into these clubs before they were huge and stuff. When's the last time you've heard a band that's saying, "Hey, we were just playing at a club for over a year in this barn, and somebody came by and gave us a deal"? You don't hear that story no more. It's all like, it's almost like, I don't know if you remember an old TV show, something about the heart of an angel or something. But what I'm getting at, there was this lead actor guy where this guy in his life was getting money out of a ATM, and somebody said he looked good in jeans. His ass was perfect. So the guy came up and gave him a model job just because of the way he looked, got him into acting, got him to shows. And so that's what music is now, where people just looking at you like, "Oh, you can't sing? Oh, we can fix that. We got machines that can change your voice."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's not true talent anymore.
No, God, no. No, man. There hasn't been any real talent since I don't remember, man. There's been no good artists. No good actors. They're all bad. I'm sorry. I'm saying it, guys. They're bad. There's this place and this place, to me, it sucked their life out. There is no talented fucker out there. I can't. I mean, I tried to. I like movies. I love music. I've seen guys on the streets playing the guitar sound way better than what I hear on the radio. I'm like, and people doing live stage acting, just live stage, like it's cool little, when they used to be able to do it without getting in trouble. A lot better than what I see now on the fucking television, man. It's bad. It's just, I have to go back, Eric, and watch 80s movies and 70s movies and 60s and 30s. Even they got worse for some reason.
I found, but I found that TV show I was talking about.
Which one? Dirt?
The show was called The Heights.
Oh,
okay. The show was called The Heights, and they did a hit song called "How Do You Talk to an Angel." This guy right here was a guy that was just standing at an ATM machine because he looked good in jeans. That's how he got signed.
Probably by another dude.
Probably did. Yeah. No, it was an agent. So what I'm saying is, of course, after the show, I think he was on 902.1 a couple episodes or whatever. Of course, he went nowhere because the guy had no talent.
Yeah, I got buggered fit all over his face.
But he was just a good-looking guy at the right time and right place. And
he was somebody's toy, definitely. Yeah.
It's kind of like, you could go to Britney Spears and all them, all those people that were on Disney or Nickelodeon. Hey, we can make them singers too. We'll make them.
Well, yeah, they're actually scheduled in to be singers. So they get them as kids, they get them dancing or whatever, and then they get them out there as artists. They've already got it in the contract. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It's bad. This is where we live now.
I know it is bad.
That's why I like the old bands that try to go back out again and try to reach. I hate sounding like the old fogey that goes, "Oh, I hate young music." No, I like this is some young artists. I think they're good. Not very many. Not very many at all.
Well, let's have some fun now, guys. Let's have some fun. I got a webpage, guys, with a bunch of music that I put time on certain parts that is backwards. And are you guys ready in the chat? Are you guys ready to talk about some music that's backwards and maybe some stuff that's not on this list? You guys can come up with, okay? So
wait, did you get my what the fuck news first?
Oh, you sent it? Let me see. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it should be there.
Hold on. I didn't actually see. I didn't know you had one. Hold on.
Oh, okay. My bad. Got sent late.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. That's my bad. That's my bad.
I just got it late. That's why you didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't see it. So now I got it up, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna if you past 9K subs. Woohoo! Yep, we're at 9K, man. We just needed less than 1,000 more to make 10K, and I think we're doing it the right way. So, hey, buddy, hey, friends, spread the news. Let people know that this channel is about being open. We're not about to tell you what you should believe, what you should not believe in. This is about having your own minds, listening to certain opinions of everybody from here that's talking and from the chat. Everybody has an opinion, even in the chat. And then nobody should be harassed. Nobody should say you're lying. Everybody should listen to your open mind and have your own input, but in a nice manner. You know what I mean, Tony, right? You know what I mean. Tony knows what I mean. I'm not calling it out. There's nice ways of doing things. Here we go. Let me get this up.
Yes.
Let me
for my what the fuck fans.
Here we go. Let me share the screen. Let me get it up. Hold on. Let me get this off. Okay.
Yeah, last minute throw together.
I didn't know you sent this, so yeah, I wasn't.
No, I was running late.
Yeah. So here we go.
Welcome to What the Fuck News.
All right, here we go.
Hello. Welcome to What the Fuck News. I'm Robert Wood, and I'm going to tell you about the universe and the galaxies and all the bullshit out there. Actually, I do believe in it. It's just kind of weird here in this fishbowl. Now, I'm not sure what camp you come from, but there obviously is something up there, so get over the shape of whatever is up below your feet. Now, let me tell you guys this. It appears that God's a smoker. That's right. God likes to smoke. I think he's a stoner. I don't know. That's just my hypothesis, but I'm probably wrong. But let me tell you what. Right now, currently, well, back in 2019 of September, the article just came out now, which is kind of weird a year later. They have found what looks like smoke rings up in the universes or whatever, up there in the Milky Way galaxy or whatever have you. There's smoke rings. They found over 1,000 so far, and they can't figure out what they are. They're calling them worm rings, smoke rings, or whatever rings you want to call. They're using a new type of telescope. It's a radio telescope. When the fuck did they invent this? But it's out of Australia. And they're looking up there and they're seeing not just one, again, over 1,000 of these smoke rings everywhere. And they can't figure it out. I can't even give you information about it because there's no information provided because they can't figure it the fuck out. They think it's some sort of plasma. They don't know. They don't want to give it any. They don't want to say what it is. The Russians, they've come up with an idea. They're looking up at it too with radio telescopes, and who knows what they have? It's Russia. But what they say is it's. They think it's wormholes. They think it's wormholes in space and time, kind of like little wormholes where things are coming in and out. I don't know. I'm adding the last part. But what else would you do with a wormhole? But they're calling them wormholes all over the Milky Way galaxy, and they're appearing everywhere, and you can only see them with the radio telescope. Now, down the Americans working with the South Africans, they looked up and they saw the same thing, but they also spotted what's called a radio galaxy. It's a large X. It's kind of the same way. It's a big ass X up there in the sky. And now you've got smoke rings and you got a big ass X up there. So there's a lot of weird shit going up in the upper spheres. You guys have to keep an eye out for that. Now, I worked at the Museum of Flight and I have never heard of anything like it. I have not heard of a goddamn thing like that. But what's kind of cool is everyone thinks it's whatever's, I don't know, but the things keep popping up like every fucking day that's new. Why didn't they come out with it before? Maybe they didn't have the technology, whatever the story is. But this is what the fuck news. And you keep your eyes up there and you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on because everything's changing. The constellations are freaking weird. You got a camel, you got a dog, you got all kinds of shit. Who knows? And now you got smoke rings and a big ass X. But you have a wonderful day. You have a merry whatever Christmas or whatever Hanukkah or whatever the thing you do out there. Bye.
Okay, look at that tree. Look at that dance, man. Look at that dance. You can't beat that dance.
I had to get that out, dude, because it was really big right now, man. They just came out with the article. It was spotted last year. All these radio telescopes they have now. What the fuck are those? But they keep picking up these anomalies they can't pick up with regular telescopes. So they've got X's and O's up there. X's and O's. It looks like a O in like a smoke green haze, and then they got a big ass red X. And I'm like, what the fuck are these? Radio waves. I can get the concept. I know what they're talking about with the radio waves coming through what's up there, but this is weird, man. They've never spotted these before, and they're all over the place. They just started talking about it. It's going to get bigger and bigger. So you guys figure it out there. You do. Again, this is the narrative. I'm just the messenger telling you what they're putting out there. You guys take a guess.
I think to fuck with life forms outside this earth, I will be sending messages with records playing backwards to really fuck with them.
I'm sending up more rings, man. I'm sending up more rings up in the atmospheres. Rings and X's. It's binary code.
I mean, of all life, that's the biggest mystery in the whole world is up there and the deepest part of the oceans that we can't get to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Places that we can't get to is the biggest mystery of them all. And there's no wrong or right answer.
No wrong or right answer at this point. You know, they don't even have an answer for it. That's what the weirdest. They don't have. Usually they've got 1,000 different fucking dumbass excuses, and they don't know. Eric, they literally put. This is how I'm laughing because they literally put WTF? What the fuck is in parentheses when they described it? I'm like, that's what I say, bastards. But they put it in their science paper. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's mine. That's exactly what they said is what I said. Must be friends of mine in astronomy.
You never know. I actually found a Wikipedia on the word backmasking, just so people hear a little bit more.
Yes.
Backmasking is a recording technique in which a sound or a message is recorded backward onto a track that is meant to be played forward. Backmasking is a deliberate process who is a message found through phonetic reversal, maybe unintentional. I mean, maybe. Backmasking was popularized actually by the Beatles, who used backward instruments on their 1966 album Revolver. Artists have since used backmasking for artists. Comedic and satiric effort on both analog and digital recordings. The technique has been used to censor words or phrases for clean release of explicit songs. Now, of course, I got a lot of examples of songs that
Yes.
we're playing. You know, some people say that backmasking was used for satanic reasons. That was very huge in the 80s. I have some examples of some songs that they said that people actually shot themselves because of, and we're gonna get into all those examples. I actually have it all here. That's why this is kind of a exciting show, because you can't really copyright backward. You can't really
Copyright backwards.
playing backwards.
Algorithm trying to figure that one.
Yeah, so I feel very safe playing backwards stuff. I don't think there is, but you know, and of course the 80s were very popular with it more than the 60s and the 70s. There was even and people remember this. I know we did a show on it before. One of my favorite horror movies out of the 80s was Trick or Treat, where the movie itself was about playing a record backwards and hearing messages that was meant for him. Now that movie was more satanic wise, where the character wanted to come back from hell to take his revenge. He did it through a record. Now I'm not saying that's how records, that was the meaning behind it, but
yeah.
But there was a popularity at one time for this, and I think it kind of ended because records kind of went away. Even though, like you said, we have digital, you can do it now with digital versus analog, but since all the old records has already been shown with the messages, and since new music is not really doing it anymore, you kind of don't really hear about it no more.
Well, that's the funny thing. Now, that's what I thought. I thought it was just our generation. Dude, I went to YouTube just to kind of get some ideas of what people were saying about what's the buzz. I was shocked, dude. There is I know you're going to be shocked. You're thinking like I did.
This is why
there was a lot of them. There was a lot of young people they have videos dedicated to playing these new songs that people coming out backwards.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll show everybody the old stuff first. You know, that's what everybody, mostly the age group in our chat, kind of knows. And then we'll talk about some of the new stuff that you've seen.
Yeah.
So let me get this one screen up. Let me get this K-pop out.
I think it's just the new thing. I think it's turning into a new thing. It's an old thing for us that we're bringing up because it's nostalgia, but I think these young people are starving for something interesting to do. And so some of them have channels now, dude. Young people with fucking, we do this song backwards. Listen to the words. Like, huh? Oh, here we go. I'm going to hear this.
Okay. Now, I'm going to put this on 18 seconds.
Nice.
Okay. Now this one, guys, is I'll just read it to you. Another One Bites the Dust by Queen.
We all know that one. That's good.
Okay. We'll start off with one that isn't too scary, unless you have asthma or something. If Christian groups were convinced that Freddie Mercury scat's vocal breakdown at the end of the song sounded like it's fun to smoke marijuana when played in reverse. We have to admit it does sound pretty similar. It's interesting to note that a decent number of backwards masking tends to revolve around weed, which is probably that inspired folks to play records backwards in the first place.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, just a little bit of trivia, guys. Just so you guys know, you go to Canada, you can buy weed in the stores. You go to Washington and certain parts of the United States, you can buy weed in the stores. Pretty much Amsterdam, a lot of places you can just get weed. Did you know that in China, Eric, that the weed, if you get caught with marijuana or any kind of marijuana, it's the death penalty in China.
Oh, wow.
Death penalty in China. Marijuana, death penalty. They shouldn't even be in the same sentence in China.
Okay. So, like I said, guys, I'm not going to play what it sounds like forward because of all the copyrights on these. I'm just going to start it where it's backwards. So I want everybody to try to listen much as you can. Here we go. Now, did you hear that?
Fun to smoke marijuana.
Here, let me do it again. Now,
I think this song was made for China. I think they play it to each other so they don't go to get death penalties.
I mean, you never know. You never know. Now that is interesting because now you can say, I can't tell you for sure if that was put in there on purpose, or is it like kind of a paranormal where you're listening to a recording and you think you hear a sound and you kind of put the words already there. And then once you put the words there, that's what you think it's saying, but it really was nothing. You guys seen those shows. Get out of my house. But it was really, and then they're like, oh, no, did you hear what he said? Break that down lower. Get out of the house. You know what I mean? Because you plant the words in there, now people think that's what the words are. So that one is kind of hard. Now, this next one is interesting because this next one is put in by purpose. Okay?
One of those.
Now, like I said, so the first one was Queen. Let me read you guys who this one is. Nightmare, The Dream's Time by Motorhead, 1991.
Sound like Motorhead.
I know. It's pretty hard to miss the long-winded battle cry in the track. Now, tell me about your miserable little lives. I do not subscribe to your... So basically, the thing is, the album was released on the heels of the Motorhead's multi-year legal battle with their record company. But there are some who says that this was the band's message to the Censor Happy Parent Resource Music Center. So basically, they were about to hit a legal battle with the record companies, and the rumor is they did this on purpose as a message to the record company.
Is that what year is that on there? I can't see it. 1960.
1991.
1991.
Now, I wrote in my own notes, Motorhead starts off backwards. Okay, that means I could play this from the scratch. I had to write it down where I could play it. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Be careful. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, guys, if you look at the screen, this person put what he's saying in
No.
this. So follow. I'm going to go back a little bit. So follow along what he wrote here. This is basically what he's saying. He wrote it on his page, which that's awesome. Here we go.
Tell me about your miserable life. I do not subscribe to your superstitions. Narrow-minded.
It's hard to hear.
I know it is. It is, and that's why he wrote it here, because if you read the lyrics and if you really listen to it hard, and you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this. I'm going to put this in the chat. So if you want to listen to it later, where they can play it louder, you can. So this is where I got this from. I actually got this from off of VH1.com news. So let me go back to it.
Yeah, do that.
Basically, he wrote, I am people like me will always prevail. You will never stifle our free speech in any country in the world. And question mark will die for us.
Yeah, I heard that. I've actually heard that one and listened to it close. I did hear those words.
No,
I'm going to debunk people in the majority. I'd say 99.9% of this stuff is just people putting words in where they want to hear them. This one was deliberate. That's why it was so clear when I heard it. Like you said, yeah.
Yes. Let's see if there's any more here. And I don't think I think he just plays the regular song forward. Okay. But if you really listen to it, that was done on purpose because it was perfect sentence. I mean, it really was perfect in a reverse kind of way.
I think it was a studio added. Because it was too clear. Some of them you got to really work hard at, but this one, like, oh, I could hear him. It's studio, but it was like you said, it was intentional. I think he even said it was intentional. So
yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it says right here. I mean, it does say it's pretty hard to miss the long-winded battle cry. Now, tell me about your miserable little lives. I do not subscribe to your superstitious, narrow-minded fights of paranoia. I am people like me will always prevail. You will never stifle our free speech in any country because we'll fight forever. The album was released on the heels of the Motorhead's multi-year legal battle with the record company, but there are some who said so basically exactly what he wrote. They're getting into a big legal battle, and because the parent company was more supposed to be like parent friendly, they really played the kind of music that they wanted to. So this is kind of way they did like a finger, like
a finger at him. Yeah.
I know, right?
Why not?
Why not? Now
this is where we are now.
Now, this one is Final Scream by Green Reaper. Okay. Final play the whole video. Okay, so this one I could play the whole thing, but because I guess it's not that long. Now, Final Scream by Green Reaper, 1985. Immediately after the child's voice says "Good night, Daddy," a series of low growling gibberish is heard. In reversal, it sounds an awful like "See you in hell." Pretty spooky. Could it be seen as a homage to the previous albums of the same name? Well, let's see. Hold on.
All right.
Here we go. Green Reaper, Final Scream. That's forward. This is forward. Reverse.
Oh, come on.
I know, right?
That's blatant.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's blatant, dude. 85, right? Okay. Yeah.
Here, let's do that one
Do
more
it again.
time. I like it.
Do it
I
again.
like
Do it
it.
again.
One more
Do it
time.
again. Do it again. Do it again.
Reversed.
Oh yeah. Okay. They just played it reverse when they put it on the album, so you'll play it backwards.
Yeah, but he does it slower here. This is what I like. Here we go.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, it's fun. It's fun. It's really cool, fun to listen to it. You know.
So he did this in 1985. So he was saying, "See you in 2020."
Yeah. Now I'm going to skip to number 9 because I this one by Cheap Trick is 9 minutes long, and I actually listened to it, and I couldn't hear nothing. So this is a waste. And Stormbred by Deep Purple here, they played it forward through the whole song, so there was no clip of this, whatever that's supposed to be backwards for this Deep Purple stringer. It says, according to the legend, this album opener kicks off the same gibberish spoken by Linda Blair in the horror classic The Exorcist. Played backwards, it sounds an awful lot like "See Cucksucker Mother Stonebugger."
Oh,
But when I played this, the song was playing forward, so I didn't hear it. So
yeah,
if somebody has this record, go for it. Now, number 9, Slayer starts at 59 seconds. Okay, so this is a Slayer. Now, first of all, Slayer is sometimes it is kind of a hard band because they're already like extra loud.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a thing that you do have to play like very slow because they sing pretty fast. But here we go. My own notes told me to play this at 59 seconds. Now let me read. First of all, let me read what it says here. Vocalist Tom Araya has admitted it to opening their sophomore album with reverse voices chanting "Join Us" 45 times before finally culminating with "Welcome Back." But he claims that the satanic imagery on the album art was solely for effort and not for genuine Satan summoning.
Okay, I believe it.
Well, listen.
I don't think they were Satan.
No.
I think they're actors. They were actors playing the part for
Come on. The Beatles doing their reversal thing, it's not really like, hey, Paul's dead or something. That is down lower. I do have that. Yeah. It's on this list. But let's be honest. If you want people to play your records backwards, they want to hear satanic. I'm not saying you're satanic, but it sells more. Guys, make it easy for you guys in the chat. It's no different than somebody on YouTube that keeps doing shows on 9/11. That's all fake stuff, fake news, and they create this big thing and just to sell subs, just to get people to watch them. Putting satanic words is the exact same thing as a lot of these aren't satanic. A lot of these, like Slayer, they're actually God. They're Christians.
Yeah, they just do it so you buy their albums and play it backwards. Ruin your record machines.
Yeah, so here we go.
Even though I played them backwards.
Here we go. Hear that? Join us.
Come on, man.
Here, let me go back.
Of course.
Let me go back right here. Yeah, it's not a big, huge word, but he says "join us" more than once. So that's how you know it was put in on purpose, because otherwise, if it was an accident, you probably only would have heard "join us" one time. But he did it 42 times. Here we go again.
Come on. Join us where? He's saying Jonas.
Creepy.
Jonas. I think that was. I think you're saying Jonas. Jonas in the whale. Jonas in the whale. Jonas.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, now he says join us. He didn't say like join us to automatically be satanic. Join us could be join us for church. Join us
for a potluck lunch. Join us for potluck lunch. We've got cheese. Yeah. I can see Slayer doing that.
Let me see. Next one here I got on my list. LO starts at 28 seconds. El Dorado by Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh, no. Yeah. I love that song.
I told you, Bob. I got some good stuff. I told you. Here we go. The title cut of LO's 74 album was believed to contain the very specific message. He is a nasty one. Christ, your inferno. It is said we're dead men. Everyone who has the mark will live. Okay. Songwriter and lead vocalist Jeff Lynne didn't take kindly to the devil-worshipping rumors, calling it Scalalab. Read it backwards. In addition to the denials, he slipped intentional backwards messages into a few future songs. Our favorite comes from Fire on High, which appears to say the music is reversible. But time it's not. Turn back, turn back, turn back, turn back. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what I need to put this on. 28 seconds. Okay.
Wait. What's her? Oh, she's got the bows on her shoes. Now, my time, Eric, she didn't have no bows on her shoes. That's ironic. Okay. That's Alice in Wonderland with bows on her fucking shoes. I don't remember no bows. Go ahead.
I know.
Now it makes sense.
See, I told you I got some good, interesting stuff. Here we go. Now, what it says is, if you can't read it on your screen, it says, he is the nasty one. Christ, your inferno, through it is said we're dead men. Everyone who has the mark live. So let me
hear that. I'm gonna try it again.
Hold on.
Again, everybody, this is up for interpretation, and I'm gonna be as honest as I can and everything I hear, and I didn't hear it.
This is why we're doing this live, baby. This is why we're doing it live with our great fans. So all right. Looks like Chillingsworth has joined us from D Live. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Here we go. I'm going to play this again.
Okay.
Now, remember, if you can read the lyrics, he put it on there and what he's supposed to be saying.
Yeah, I'm not going to read it. I heard everything except for the last line. I didn't hear no.
Yeah, you could hear he is a nasty one pretty good. Christ, your inferno. When he gets to the bottom where everyone who has the mark live, that part got a little blurry. Here, let's do it again. One more. One more time, guys. One more time. Remember, what he's supposed to be saying, guys, is he is the nasty one. Christ, your inferno. Through it is said, we're dead men. Everyone who has the mark live. Okay, now let's do it again one more time.
And people, don't try to read it because you want to hear it. So don't read it because you'll automatically hear it if you read it.
Here we go. Yeah, the last two sentences is the hardest
Hard one.
but you can hear it. You can hear it to the top one.
I could have swore he said something like, "Everyone will like to drink gin." I don't know.
No, he could have. He could have.
Everyone likes to drink gin. Martini shaken, not stirred.
Now, this group here, I've never really heard of them before. Maybe I should. They're called As Featherless as Satan's Spies by Dark Throne, 1994.
Oh,
A Norwegian. They are a Norwegian death metal band. Dark Throne was known raising the bar in being hardcore. So it's probably not all that shocking that the album cut features backmask lyrics that say, "In the name of God, let the churches burn." The song was written by Nestorius. Now,
okay.
because you're saying that he says, "In the name of God, let the churches burn," I thought, even though we haven't heard of these people, but let's see if we can hear it. Now, it says here, start at 37 seconds. So let me get this up. So let me get this up at 37 seconds. Let's see. Here we go. You guys don't hear that? That's probably, no. I did that on purpose because that's the reason why. How the fuck can you hear any eternal death metal song?
No. Sound like they're singing through a bowl of soup.
Yeah.
Singing through a bowl of soup.
Hold on. I'm going to pull. Hold on a second. Okay, this one here. In 2001, Dinner at the Divinest Palace by Cradle of the Fifth. I never heard of these guys, the Cradle of the Fifth. I don't know these guys, but underlying drone of Gerbish within the song is actually the Lord's praying being recited backwards, which is commonly employed to summon demons. Apparently it's to summon demons. So I don't know, if it's
hope it works for them.
Guys, I hope I'm praying that no demons come here.
Yeah, well, I don't think they've really summoned anything since we don't know who they are, so they didn't make it famous. So
let's see.
Get no demon.
Well, let's see what it says here. Here we go.
Trespasses.
I know, right? This one was totally flat out planned. Because even listening to it backwards, right? I don't know this song or whatever or the theme. It sounds almost normal, even backwards.
They didn't say forgive our debtors. What? They got it wrong. Damn it. If they're gonna backmask it, gotta at least get it right. They're supposed to be forgive our debtors.
Well, let's see what else it says. Got a minute left. Let's see. This is a direct.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Christian though. I mean, they're saying it backwards, but it's Christian. It's a Christian prayer. It's not really satanic. They're kind of slipping in the Christian prayer, the old-fashioned one. So there's your residue.
I wish I could play some sticks, but this song was just a forward song. There's nothing backwards to tell me what's in there. Now, this one here. Now, this is an interesting story right here. This is Judas Priest called "Better by You, Better Than Me." Now, this one's interesting because let me read this to you guys. This is a song by Judas Priest in 1978. The band got into serious trouble after their alleged backwards message tragically inspired two men to commit suicide.
Together?
In 1985, Raymond Burknap and James Vance were hanging out drinking beer and smoking a joint while listening to Judas Priest. When they sent to a church playground, they were sent to a church playground and shot themselves with a .12 gauge shotgun.
Oh,
Bill
man.
was killed outright, but Vance survived before eventually dying three years later from complications. But we had been programmed. I knew I was going to do it. I was afraid. I didn't want to die. It's just as if I had no choice. He reported later. The men's parents filed a lawsuit which claimed the song encouraged listeners with a series of backwards message saying doing it.
So two guys shot each other with a shotgun and committed suicide. Now, everyone, I don't want to put down anybody, whatever suicide. This is not this kind of show. I'm trying to put a little humor on this. It's just, to me, a little unusual to me that two grown men are going to shoot each other with a shotgun in a park outside of a church to Judas Priest.
Yeah, and Bob, the reason I don't have any timestamps because this whole thing is backwards, and I couldn't. I listened to this. I couldn't really do it. I mean,
now, were those guys found with a bottle of water, like Perrier or water?
kind of, but I was listening to this. See, it's backwards right now, and I listened to the whole thing. And I could not hear anywhere. But I think after this, I got a 3-minute video that you sent to me. I think it has this in there on where they're supposed to say it. So
okay,
well, I'll save that for then. You know what's weird?
Okay.
On this list, there's really no Ozzy Osbourne on this list. That's kind of weird. I don't know if Ozzy Osbourne has any, but we'll look that up afterwards. But there's no Ozzy Osbourne on this list. Now, here's the Beatles.
Well, before we go too far, I feel bad for them two guys because they were like rocking Judas Priest, being all like crazy, suicidal, and drunk or whatever, but they didn't know he was gay, and he came out gay. I wonder how they would feel about that if they knew that before the suicide. Of all the bands to play, just saying.
And of course, you know,
they
the lawsuit
actually came out earlier.
I remember this lawsuit when this happened.
Saved lives.
It was all over the news and stuff, but the lawsuit got thrown out. I mean,
I still don't understand why nobody knew that he was in leather, running around in leather clothes, and nobody knew he was gay.
Actually, people were dressing up with the leather because of it, not realizing.
I knew it at the time. I was like, guys, rocking Judas Priest, man. I'm like, yeah, he's gay, man. There's no disrespect. My brother's gay. However, my brother would love this music, but you guys, no, he's not. Yeah, he is. He's wearing leather with like he's one step away from a gag in his mouth. Anyway, it was weird. They committed suicide to Judas Priest. Oh.
But like I said, Judas Priest got ass music.
Yeah.
Okay. The White Album by the Beatles, 1968. Here we go. Technically, the first sinister message to appear in a Fab Four track was in the Fade Out to Strawberry Fields Forever, in which John Lennon seems to say, "I buried Paul." This was part of the infamous Paul is Dead conspiracy, which claims that Paul McCartney was killed in a brutal car crash in 1966 and secretly replaced with a double. According to the theory, the surviving members placed clues in their music and album art in order to tell the true fans what had happened. Clues.
1966.
Clues were supposedly lifted through their Sgt. Pepper and Magical Mystery Tour album. The 1968 so-called The White Album had motherloads. The gibberish spoken by John at the end of I'm So Tired. It heard by some of Paul is Dead man. Miss me. But the freakiest message of all occurs near the very end of the record. A notorious avant-garde sound, Revolution number 9, la, 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 la. Here, let me see. The Beatles starts off backwards. Okay. The whole album starts off backwards. So let me get this ready. Here we go.
Your Paul being buried.
The song "I'm So Tired" by the Beatles played backwards. Here we go.
I
don't know about that. Paul? I'm hearing like miss him, but I'm not really hearing Paul is Dead. Here, this is closer.
I got miss him. I got a quick snip of it at the last second. I got the quick snip of the police did miss him.
That's about it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's one of those ones like in a paranormal world where you kind of put a word with the voice and where somebody don't really understand until somebody says, no, they're saying get out. Oh, I hear that now.
Yeah. I mean, no offense to the British. I'm over here. I can't understand them talking forward. So how the hell would you understand them talking backwards? Makes no sense. I heard a miss him, but that's could be anything.
Now this one, the next one is Led Zeppelin. It's telling me to start it at 41 seconds, but let's see here. Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven.
Ooh.
Of course, Stairway to Heaven. Perhaps the most famous hidden message of them all, the connection with guitarist Jimmy Page and the occult goes way back. He bought famed Satanist Aleister Crowler's mansion, and rumors persist to this day that he sold his soul to the devil in exchange for fame. In the early 1980s, original broadcaster Paul Crouch leveled accusation at several notable bands that they snuck evil hidden messages into their music. He mentioned if there's a bustle in your head, girl segment of Zip's masterpiece, which appears to say, "Oh, here's to my sweet Satan. The one those paths make me sad, whose power is Satan. He will give those with him 666. There was a little tool shed where he made us suffer, sad Satan." Okay, there may be no such thing, I know, as a bad press, but the band were not impressed. They declined to comment at the time, but Swan Song Records issued a statement reading our turntables to only play one direction forward. Several years later, Page did weigh in to Musician Magazine on that matter. To me, it's very sad because Stairway to Heaven was written with every best intention. As far as reversing the tapes and putting messages at the end, that's not my idea of making music. Okay, so let's see here. Let's look here. It says play at 41 seconds. So that's, let me get here. Let me get it on 41 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so basically the first part is playing it forward, but like I said, I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'm not playing it forward. So here we go. This is reverse. Here we go. Now, if you listen to it, it does sound like he's making those paragraphs.
I heard 666 the way it sounds. Again, it's in your head, everybody. I heard six. I don't know, man. I mean, I've heard some words that sounds like the words. I had a hard time getting a complete sentence, but there was some stuff in it to make you scratch your head a little bit.
Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
Yeah. Oh, I can hear that.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
That was the best one so far.
That's a good.
I can hear some of the. My mind wants to put those words in there.
I know. Once you know what he's supposed to be saying, and then you really think you hear it. Watch here. This is such a fun one. I'm gonna do one more time because this is actually a fun one.
It's subjective, everybody.
It's subjective. Now, people follow the lyrics when it comes on the screen, and then when you follow the lyrics, it almost sounds like he is saying that. Here we go. One more time.
Now I'll look at lyrics.
It's good. It's good. It really is good.
That one. Really?
That was a good one.
That's a head scratcher. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that. Am I saying that they intentionally did it? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's a head scratcher. It's a head scratcher.
And this last one on my list is Soundgarden. 6.5 by Soundgarden from 1988. It seems like the lead singer, Chris Cornell, didn't get the Satan memo, or else it just misread it. That's the only way to explain this odd to Satan Santa. Lines like, Santa, I love you, baby, my Christmas king. Santa, you're my king. I love you. Santa, baby, got what I need appeared throughout the song. Who knows? Maybe it was just a typo on the lyric sheet. So apparently he's saying the word Santa a lot. And I wrote my notes, starts off backwards. Okay, so I guess this whole song starts off backwards. So here we go.
I heard that. I heard that. Not that one.
That's kind of a good one.
A few words in there. Some are real clear. I'm almost thinking he did it on purpose on this one.
Here, let's do it one more time.
I heard that one.
Yeah.
I heard that one.
That's clear.
This is a Christmas song the whole time. We never knew it.
Yeah.
For those of you in the sidebar, you guys now you have a new Christmas song that you can listen to this song. You listen to this song forwards. It's secretly a Santa's song. He likes his Santa Claus.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put this website in the chat again in case anybody else wants to use it for later. I thought it was pretty good.
It's pretty good. He likes Santa. He's got a little bit of a Santa thing going. Maybe the little missus dresses up as Santa. Mrs. Santa Claus.
Now, this is the video that you actually sent me. You sent me this. 10 creepy and hilarious hidden messages and songs. So here we go. It's 3 minutes long. So, but like I said, it's a very good one that you sent. So let's play it. Oh, well, here we go. You see this one?
About your miserable life.
We already join us. We saw this one.
Yeah. Buffet. A big buffet.
In the name of God, the church is full.
I didn't hear that. Yeah, that was there. Between the buried and means break. That's very low. Iron Maiden.
Who said it thing with 3 bucks? Good melody thing, who understand?
That's you, Bob. Cool. Work hard, stay in school. Listen to your mother. Of course the father's right. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. Now, of course, Weird Al put that in there.
Yeah. Of course. Whoa. So that, yeah. There was, I think I sent you one on, we don't have to play it, but the one on George Bush Sr., but that news one. I'm not sure if you could do that one or not.
News are the ones that really get your video taken.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you about he had a speech and he kept saying a name. It was fucking weird. I forgot to write it down. What was it?
You said one about Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
David O.
He kept saying a word. What was it? Oh, forget about it. Oh, Simone. He had a speech and everyone kept saying that one of his speeches, Simone, and all they playing it backwards, and he kept saying Simone. And I was like, why is George W. Bush or Senior keep saying Simone? And then I did the research on it, found out it's a Hebrew word.
Yeah,
the for a name that means God has hearing, or God had heard. God has heard. It's a Hebrew word for God has heard. So, Simone, and he kept saying God has heard. Basically, Simone. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I put that web link in the.
Put that web link in there for people to watch the one with.
And CNN announces President Bush hiding secret word backwards. Yeah. CNN, they cover everything. They don't.
Simone. So if you guys watch that clip he put in there. He says Simone backwards in it. You guys could go back and find the actual speech, play it backwards. It's Simone over and over again in the speech backwards. And it actually is a Hebrew word for, again, the Hebrew word for God has heard. God has heard. God had heard. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird. The Hebrew word he used.
Now, what's the story about the one you sent about Mark Zuckerberg? They're not safe. Testifies before Congress in a reverse speech analyst.
Yeah, go ahead and play that one. There's no. Yeah, you can play that one. It's safe. It's actually off a channel, dude. That does nothing but backmasking. I'm telling you, it's more popular than you think it is. It's really fucking weird. Put it up there. See, that's the reverse speech one. It's an actual web page, and they have hundreds of things to pull from, dude. Look for the one with Zuckerberg, the one I gave you specifically.
Hold on.
I'm not sure what number it was. I think it was 7. I'm not sure.
Your email. Hold on. You sent me the thing, but you didn't tell me what number.
Oh. I think it was 7. Look on 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
We do not allow hate groups on Facebook overall. So if there's a group that their primary purpose or a large part of what they do is spreading hate, we will ban them from the platform overall.
What does it say it be?
I give fear on it.
I give fear on it. Yes, these are all Zuckerberg. But if you go to there's a whole shitload of Zuckerberg backwards on there from his thing, and then there's even one on NASA. There's a section. If you go to like the main page on this one, they have a NASA section.
Yeah, I just put this web page.
Yeah, there's another one I sent you. It's reverse speech, the actual page, like the actual page.
On this here?
Yeah, well, I sent you an email of this one in specific, but I sent you the reverse speech page, and you can go to the NASA section.
Did we go to the moon, that one?
Yeah, that's the moon one. Well, there's one like they're on the moon and reversing the one, like he's doing like one small step for man. Well, now it's one small step for a man. You guys have all got it wrong, but it's one small step for man. That's on there.
Let's see here. This is the
Is that the one small step strong?
Let me see in your email. Did you write what number to show?
Oh shit.
Katrina has documents, a small portion reveal, Apollo 11. Yeah, there's a lot on here.
Shit, I don't know. It's the one that's one small step for man. God damn it, I forgot to send it to you.
I don't think it's reversal. Bad rapper. I'm trying to see. One small.
Was that one small? And definitely include this one, also a link in the audience for these guys.
Right here. One small step for man.
That's it.
Is it the top one, or is it this one right here? Which one? I'll try this one.
At the foot of the ladder, the lamp footpads are only depressed in the surface about.
Oh no, it's this one here. Okay, here we go.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for man. Small step for man, man spacewalk, man spacewalk, man spacewalk.
Oh, interesting.
Man,
Man will spacewalk.
Yeah, man will spacewalk, or man's first walk, man's will space. It's just, again, I don't believe any of the shit, but it's funny and interesting on that one. Man's first walk or man's spacewalk. So weird.
Yeah.
There's lots.
Right. There's a lot of liars saw a lie. What's this?
That lowers our altitude down to 50,000 feet. We had two guidance systems working for us, and they behaved perfectly. Lowers our altitude. Flyer zero alert. Flyer zero alert. Flyer zero alert.
It's all a lie.
Flyer zero alert.
It's all a lie. It's all a lie. I don't. They pick and choose what they want to hear, but it does say it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Like what? Play. And I got a little speed. It's all a lie.
No, that actually is cool. There's something I want to hold on. I'm trying to find something here.
Yeah.
I want to ask your opinion. Hold on.
Yeah.
This kind of remind me. This is a little Medela for you, Bob, for a second. This is a little Medela for you. Because Hazel made me remember this because he put a video out. A video yesterday. Remember Christy Alley from Cheers, or Look Who's Talking?
Christy Alley, yeah.
Okay. What's her name? How, if you had to spell Christy Alley's name, how would you spell it?
Oh, see, here's the. I don't know. Christy. Kristy.
Hold on. I'm pulling this up because this is it was very interesting because I love when I hear stuff for the first time. It's always neat. And
Yeah.
I want to get your opinion on it. Here, let me pull up IMDb of Cheers. So this is
No.
Cheers. Let me
Yeah.
go to okay, this is Cheers.
Yeah.
Let me go to stars, full cast.
Yeah.
Series. Oh, here we go. Ted Danson. Okay. Now, according to this, her name is spelled Kirstie Alley, Kirstie.
Well, I've been saying it wrong then.
Kirstie Alley, and it was kind of interesting because I watched this video last night, and I love when you watch videos and you hear things because I never heard of this one. Unless, I mean, there might have been other people who brought this up before. I don't remember hearing this one up before.
Which one?
Hold on a second. Okay, Kirstie, the Kirstie Alley one. Let me go back here.
No, I always say Kirstie Alley. But the problem is I can't. I'm not a good person to ask because.
No, I know. Well, it is interesting because I always thought her name was Kirstie Alley. Like
that's how I heard it in my ear hole.
Saying it like Kirstie. I never. I mean, Kristie is.
Yeah.
Now I could have spelled Kirstie totally different ways, right? I could have, but knowing her name is not Kirstie Alley, it's actually Kirstie Alley with the I before the R. It's pretty interesting. That's what I mean. It's not like Kirstie Alley being spelled differently. How you spell Kirstie? Her name is that Kirstie. That's how I would think. You could say.
What's the new spelling then? What's the new one?
Well, it's Kirstie Alley. It's hold on. If you go to IMDb,
because they're all fake. They all got Hollywood fake names.
Look,
but it's Kirstie for me.
But if you look
that's
here,
how I heard it.
It's Kirstie Alley, Kirst.
Yeah, I didn't hear it that way.
That's how you spell her name right now. Like according to IMDb, her name is Kirstie, not Christy. Kirstie Alley, Kirstier.
K-I-R?
Yes.
K-I-R. And then the other one's Kirstie with a R.
Yeah, the way you spell it now is Kirstie. Now, let me get this. Let me go back. I thought that was so interesting.
They moved the R moved. The R moved.
Yes.
Okay.
Gosh, here we go.
So what's the R? What is an R? Let me look that up.
Here.
I do numbers. I don't look at
Kirstie Louise Alley is an American actress. Of course,
What's the R?
Kirstie Alley changed to Kirstie right here. Look, see, he's got it very clear right here, Bob, on the screen. If you look at the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
He's got it very clear.
Kirstie, and then Kirstie. Yeah, the R switch spots.
Yeah,
so the
R and the I switched.
And the R is a 9, so it's a 9. So you got a 9.
Now, like I said, IMDb has this spelled what her name is really.
So that's 333. That's 33.
Now, the Adam Carolla show had a spelled R. Now maybe she officially changed her name. I don't know.
Well, I just do the. I don't look at the things. I don't do all that. I do the numbers. So if it's an R that switch spots, it's the R you're supposed to look at, and then the R is a 9. And 9, the prime of 9 obviously is 3. So you have 3 3s. 3 3s. 33, 3, 3, 3. You have 3 3 3.
It was just so strange because I never really I'm not an expert on names.
Yeah.
But I've never really heard somebody being pronounced Kirstie with the K-I with
Kirstie.
Yeah, I never really hear people pronounce it that way. So it was kind of interesting.
Again, I don't, if I see a letter change and I think it's changed, I don't do the debates. I don't do the histories. I go to my book and I look up the number of what specific letter is it. I look it up. Again, it's a 9. It's 18. R is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. So you have 9. And then you can just 3 threes. So 333, I guess. I don't know. That's what the numerical change code is in that one. 3s.
Now,
A whole lot of 3s going on.
it's always interesting. It's always interesting, especially when what catches my eye is not how you spell the word Christy, because you can spell Christy different ways. I'm sure you can say Kristy.
Yeah.
But it was just weird that you take the R and the I, you reverse it. It's almost a total different name.
Yeah, I call it for game players, because to me it's one big ass video game. So either you remember, people that remember Kirsty, that's no big deal. That's good. That's always been that way. Those of you that remember Christy, just take the letters and do the numbers for it, and just write it in your book somewhere, and that way you know what the number value of that one was the change for. That's how I play the game. So I look at the changes and I look at the whatever, and I just do the number. Okay, well that comes out to this number. I know Tomicon and maybe it's Mandela, and I know they do the 666s. They do the gematria for the certain change numbers or the letters. So it's just like that now. It's just a video game.
Oh, when
but
you
I was Christy for me.
Is there with the numbers you got from it? Do you think there's a meaning behind it?
Well, God can't speak English, so he speaks numbers. If you call it a God, you call it a matrix, you call it an AI, you call it a whatever you want to call it, a lampshade, turtle, whatever it is, it speaks math. This matrix speaks math. So when I see the letters, I just do a math equation for it. It's all math.
Well,
letters.
It's a lot like, like the movie Contact, all those movies when they're saying that, nobody knows everybody's language, because even on planet Earth, we got over thousands of different languages. But the one language that is the same is math, numbers.
It's math, yeah. It's like when you look at everyone's talking about mud floods. These old structures that had appeared out of nowhere. Well, stop for a second, because each of the structures has a mathematical number to it. Every angle, every turn, everything inside is a math number. You start with pi. You start with it's a whole numerical value. The Statue of Liberty is on the Star Fort. You count the forks. You count the numbers. You write down. It's a language. It's a mathematical language. Everything you guys look at, if it's a change, just do the numbers. Don't bother people with it. Don't fucking be pushy with it. It's just a number you got. Just write down the number and then move on with your life. Have a good time with everybody equally. So do you remember this one? No. Okay, never mind. Do you remember this one? No, this one's changed for me. Cool. What do you think the number is for that one?
And the reason I wanted to talk about that too, because it's all about the hidden message. The message behind everything. Not just music, even words, numbers. There's a hidden message.
It's a message. It's a code. It's a fucking game. Those people like puzzles. It's a game. It's a puzzle game. Life now is a puzzle game. I live with a book and I do puzzles. And I'm like, oh, there's a change. Let me see or in my mind, again, people, in my mind, no disrespect to people who it's always been that way. That's awesome. Maybe something else will come along. You're like, hey, that's a weird thing. I'm going to write it down. There's a number to that one too. Everyone has their own number puzzles. Everybody has a number puzzle. So you write it down. I just stopped ignoring it and just start writing down numbers.
Here. Numerology.
Yes, exactly, dude. You know what I'm talking about. No sadness, no disrespecting other people, being friendly as hell. Just write down the number you think it is, put it in your book, do your own little math, do your own little messages.
Because the first step is to figure out, was something done on purpose, or it was done without even knowing it, and then that's the code. Kind of like when you think of the backward record playing. Some of the stuff we heard today is done on purpose.
Some is done on purpose. Some is an accident. Yeah.
And then next question is the ones that are an accident. Is that an accident for a message that we're supposed to find?
That would be a message. I mean, after you've done the rigorous work of debunking 1000%, don't ever give in to the fucking status quo, whatever that quo is. And then scratch your head, do a little fucking math on the back of your book, close the book. You might throw the page away if it's no good. A lot of times people talk about, for me, only me, don't jump on my turnip truck. But somebody will come up, there's a Mandela effect. I said, oh, really? Let me see what the math is for that. And I look at it and there's nothing. I'm like, it's not a change. Why do you think it's not a change? Because there's nothing in the codes in that one. That means it's always been that way. For me, I just misremembered it.
Robert Plant, Shining All Around sounds better played backwards and makes more sense than is the other way.
Robert Plant, yeah. Led Zeppelin. Well,
Stairway to Heaven. I mean, the Stairway to Heaven, that was, I never knew that one.
Yeah. I always start with, if there's an artist out there, like we're going to use the king of the fucking changes, I start with Tom Hanks. Now, Tom Hanks, all of Tom Hanks' stuff changes. Every one of them. There's not just one. Everything he has changes. I don't think it's him. I don't think he belongs to some fucking weird-ass satanic group. I just think that for whatever reason, the Matrix or the God fucking thingy or whatever you want chose his stuff to change for us to look at because he's a popular guy. Same with Tom Cruise with his pink shirt. There's a reason for that. Pink. Everything has all these things because myself and Eric have seen it. I proved it myself. My own social media changed. I wrote shit I have no memory writing. I've got things that I can't even comprehend. I'm like, what is this? I happen to be just like Tom Hanks. A lot of my shit changed. I write down what the codes are for my own shit. I write shit down for Tom Hanks shit, for Tom Cruise. Things that Led Zeppelin has, they've had a change. So focus on Led Zeppelin. Robert Plant's going to have some changes to it. So once an artist has been identified by me as they've changed, then I follow all their shit. That's how we do it. And
there's all through the internet. I mean, and there's like, I just put up a listing here from Wikipedia on list of backward messages. You know, songs that we haven't even played. I mean, you got from Eminem, Robert Flip, our bands on. You got Journey, of course, Judas Priest, of course, we did that. Linkin Park, Oingo Boingo, Cry of the Vatos. Oh, and here's
what?
Not a lot of Aussies. Only one Aussie's on here. Bloodbath in Paradise. Your mother sells Wilkes.
Oingo Boingo. What's Oingo Boingos? What's Oingo Boingo?
Cry the Vatos album.
I love that song. What's the message?
Here, just once or twice is good for your soul. Praise God, brothers and sisters. Accept Jesus into your heart, and you will save. You will receive everlasting life. Listen to me. I've sinned. I know. Praise Jesus, and you will be saved. Save. Praise God. You are healed. They have a song called "Cry the Vatos." So
I love that song. There is no words to that song other than him screaming weird shit.
But
he screams the whole video.
But if you play it backwards and it says entire song.
Now it'll make sense. If you guys have never heard of Oingo Boingo, Cry of the Vatos, you're just going to hear a guy go, you can have multiple screaming sounds from different directions with the audio, and it makes no sense, the song. Okay, now I'm going to have to play that one backwards. Here we go with the whole new set of codes.
I'll put this one in the chat too, in case people want to pull that down for later on. Because, you know, like I said, there's lists of everything. You know, some might be cool to you, some might not. You know, I think it means more when somebody likes a certain band that it's on there.
Yeah. Again, I'm going to tell you guys, in my opinion, only 99.9% of these fucking things are bullshit. Now, there might be one or two.
Oh, you're right. I'll show you one right here on this list. The Def Leppard album, Hysteria album. there's a documentary when they're talking about the album that their producer Mutt Lange took some of their other songs and reversed it to fill out their song. So
Okay.
like when you hear the song Love Bites, if you listen to the song Love Bites, it has other songs like Hysteria put in backwards on purpose to make the song out. I mean,
Yeah.
even playing forward, he took certain songs and made it backwards on purpose to fill out the song. So there's a lot of songs that are done on purpose.
Now, remember, Eric, I can't remember what year it was. Was it 2017? Was the Super Bowl party? And you and I and your son, I don't want to say his name on camera, were doing backward records during the Super Bowl. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Gabriel. Remember Gabriel was doing backward records?
He was behind us, and he was playing the records backwards.
During the Super Bowl thing.
I think you were recording it on your channel, and I
recorded it live.
My original channel that got taken down.
Yeah, I recorded it live, so it would be on my channel. I think it's still on my channel live. We did a whole thing like this backwards with all these backward records.
It's very neat. Yeah. And I know it's not popular with a lot of people, especially younger people that don't have records and stuff, but it is neat to try to find out why is there a message? Was it on purpose? Was it not? Was it fake? Was it the AI? Was it the Matrix? Was it paranormal? You know what I mean? It's fun to dissect it, like you said, and you use math and try to dissect this, on what's the reasoning. It's a mystery, man. It's all a fucking mystery.
Well, now I know. To me, it's one big ass novel. Whatever's writing a novel, we're just fictional characters in them. I'm fictional. I kick my toe, it fucking hurts. So anyway, we're characters within something going on. And if it's always been that way since day one to now, anything you say forward, it's always been supposed to be said forward, definitely can be said backwards. If math can go forward or backwards, even no matter what you're saying. I could be saying things right now and someone's going to play it backwards and have a whole different message. You hear what he said forward? If you listen to what Robert said backwards, he said these words. Anything and everything now. Everything's on the table.
And let me just say, Hazel, you don't have to thank me. I like when you guys do videos when it's not as simple as just changing a word at the end of a name. But when you take a word like I and R, that's something cool. I like that.
No, I like it too because you're a good sport. You're a good sport because when Eric puts it on here, and we've got both crowds. We've got people that are objective and they're supposed to be objective. That's their job to be. They have to debunk. They don't have a choice. You got to get through. Science sucks. So we have a rigorous sidebar with mixed people that have whatever or don't have whatever or whatever. People here mess and tear things up. Don't take it bad. Don't take it poorly. If I put something out, everything I say is up for debunk. Everything.
And beyond that, I want to thank everybody from D Live that was actually on here today. I saw some people from D Live. I saw people from Twitter. I saw people from Twitch, Facebook watching, of course, YouTube. I want to thank all of you, and I'll be breaking this video up in twos and putting up on Instagram. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. And Bob, tell people what we're going to be talking about on Friday.
Let me think. Remember, I have no memory.
411.
Oh, the missing 411.
This Friday, we're going to be talking about the missing 411.
Missing 411. They are. Oh, shit.
Yeah. What the missing 411 is? That's what we're going to talk about on Friday. What is the missing 411? What is it?
Missing 411. People go missing in the mountains. They even found mysterious staircases that go up to nowhere in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere, that staircase. What the fuck is that? The weirdest stories about people going missing in the forest. The missing 411. If you guys want to get your homework started in advance, that's kind of a good subject.
Yes. So this Friday, we're going to be talking about the 411. I haven't got the link up yet, but I will get the link up. And beyond that, guys, I want to thank every single one of you for joining us. I know some people don't care for backward records, but the people who do care, thank you guys for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, we're not going to do the same show every single Monday. We're going to do different topics. We're going to hit different things. So if any one of you have a good topic for Bob and I to
Yes.
talk about, let me hold on. Let me put my email address here.
Yeah. Before we hang up too much, Eric, I want to shout out M.A. Mandela Affected, he calls himself, from England, put something in his sidebar at the Catch It Fast with my eye. I wrote it down. Was talking about constellations, and he put a video out about there's a constellation of a camel constellation. I've never heard of. Now, he made a full video. You have to get his permission to watch it. He puts it out just for specific people. But I had to look into it, and I've been looking at all of these new constellations that I've never fucking heard of. There's the Hare, again, Canine Major, Canis Major.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week, on one of the 3 days, we'll do it on constellations.
Oh, God. There's so many new ones, man.
That sounds good, guys. Next week, we're going to do one on constellations. I don't know what day we'll do it on constellations, but if any of you guys anywhere out there have a cool idea you want to research, let us know.
Camel. Fucking camel.
Yeah. So, on that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and have a rest of a great day. See you later.